Hey again, Jen McKenzie, and today we're going to start with a couple sun salutations, and then I'm going to weave some circuit work into and out of the sun salutation A and B as we progress through them. Feel free to take this, faster, slower. I tend to do a lot of explaining because I think it's really important to understand how your body works and to not get injured. But if you've seen this a couple times or you want to, feel free to go ahead and speed it up. So we're going to start by inhale. Stand up, sweep up, gaze up, take those hands, kind of take the biceps past the ears a little bit. Exhale, cactus the arms, get that micro bend in the upper back. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, through heart center, place your hands up mat, let your head hang heavy. Bring your chest to your thighs or your nose to your knees if you're able to. Inhale. Elongate, even kind of come up onto the balls of your feet. If you can, elongate through the crown of the head. Draw the navel in and up. Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in again. Inhale, lengthen. This time, exhale the palms to the mat. Exhale all the way through Chaturanga. Or you can exhale, come all the way onto your belly. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Play around a little bit here. Maybe shift the feet, achieve stretches in the side body, pedal it out, or push the weight back into the heels. I just kind of want to give you some suggestions, some ideas on how you can play around in your down dog. Especially if it's your first one and you don't want to just spend 5 breaths sitting here. I'm always moving around in my down dog. So I like to give you ideas during those 5 breaths. You can also just stay here and breathe deeply, in and out 5 times. There's nothing wrong. It's your practice. You choose what you want to do. So we are going to inhale, and especially for these first couple, I like to walk the feet in, really achieve activation in my core, feel the stretch down the backs of my legs and the hamstring. Walk up into that forward fold. Exhale, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, roll up. Kind of try and feel the movement, articulate up the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, reset. Inhale. Stand up, sweep up, gaze up, cactus the arms a little bit, get a bit bigger of a micro bend in the upper back. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, fold forward through center, or you can swan dive, whatever you want to do. Let your head hang heavy. See if maybe you can pull your belly to your thighs a little bit more. Inhale. Push, see if you can achieve a little bit more length. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen, come up onto the balls of your feet. Play around a little bit. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take those hands to the mat, step back, ride your breath all the way through Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes. Upward facing dog, roll the shoulders open, pick a spot ahead of you, micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, send your tailbone back, downward facing dog. All right, go ahead and pedal it out here a couple more times. We're gonna be opening up the hips a little bit, so maybe for this first round, you kind of raise the right toes, bend the knee, open up the hip. Maybe you do it on the other side, or again, especially, or if you want to take more sun salutations on the 3 beginning we're going to do, maybe you just spend 5 breaths in downward facing dog. But again, I'm always moving, so feel free to take my cues or not. I'm stretching out the side body by bending generously in one leg and kind of looking the opposite, towards the opposite wall. So if I'm bending my left knee here, I'm looking under my right armpit. If I'm bending the right knee, I'm looking under my left armpit. Just gives me a good side body stretch. All right, that was about 5 breaths. Go ahead and walk the feet forward, or you can jump forward, or you can practice handstand hopping all the way forward. Again, I like to walk, especially the first couple. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, roll up slowly. Feel the movement articulate through the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders open. Go ahead and do another inhale. Stand up, sweep up, gaze up. Exhale. I just like to cactus the arms. You don't have to. You could just kind of reach back, but I like the cactus to open up the upper, or give me another micro bend. A bit bigger of a micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen just one time this time. Exhale, step back all the way through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And this time we're just gonna jump the feet in right to the hands, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So roll up. So this is the first sun salutation we're gonna do where I weave in some circuit work. So go ahead and inhale, the arms up, micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, fold in, hinge forward at the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, ride your breath through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now for this next movement, we are going to flip our dog and bring it back to a low lunge. I like to take this movement very slowly, because if you go too fast, I find it's really hard on my lower back. If you'd like to go faster than I am, feel free, but I am going to kind of talk you through this slowly in step-by-step movements for each one. We're going to do 5 on each side. So we're going to inhale, those right toes up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, flex the foot, and slowly rotate kind of to the flat part of that left foot or the knife edge first. Roll open to flip that dog, find some stability. Maybe even puff your heart forward. See if you can really open up into that flip dog. Now exhale, replace that left hand first and start to rotate through center. I like to come all the way through back to my 3-legged dog before replacing my foot on the outside of my right hand for the lunge. All right, so go ahead and stay here for a couple breaths. Feel free to maybe wiggle, move in this pose, get into the hips. And then I want you to inhale, send those right toes back up into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, and start to roll your body open towards the ceiling into that flip dog. Inhale, maybe try to puff your heart forward a little bit more. Exhale, slowly start to rotate through center. I like to come through the 3-legged down dog again before exhaling those right toes to the outside of the right palm. All right, stay a little bit less time here now, because I do kind of want to get the blood flowing. So go ahead and inhale, those right toes up. Exhale, slowly start to roll open. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Inhale. Maybe try to puff your heart forward a little more, open up a little more. Exhale, slowly start to roll through center. Slowly replace the hand. Send your leg back to the 3-legged dog and bring it forward, come into the right foot forward on the outside of the right palm. Come forward into that high lunge. Inhale. Send it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, slowly roll open through that flip dog. Inhale, puff the heart upwards and forward. See if you can open up the front body a little bit more. Exhale, slowly roll through center. Replace the hand. Roll through that 3-legged dog before replacing the right foot on the outside of the right hand, coming into the lunge. Inhale, raise the toes. Exhale, roll on the outside edge of that left foot. Open up to your flip dog. Exhale, roll through center. Send those right toes back to the 3-legged dog. If you wanted to, you could try to bring your leg out straight and come into this lunge. But that's the way I like to do it. Sometimes what I'm talking about when the people go faster, they just kind of like to inhale and roll open to the flip dog and then, roll back. Whenever I've done that, it kind of, I don't know, the next day it just starts to hurt my lower back. That's why I talked you through it slowly. But if you'd like to do it faster like that and get in more repetitions, be my guest. You can inhale, roll to the knife edge of that left foot, roll open to your flip dog, and then roll closed. That just tends to be hard on my back, so I try to avoid it. That's why I deliberately walk you through each step. Sorry, go ahead and replace the right foot, push back into your downward facing dog. It's time to do it on the left side. Go ahead and inhale, those left toes up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, slowly start to roll through center. Left fingertips come off the mat, roll open to flip your dog. Exhale, roll back slowly through center. Send the left toes back up, the 3-legged dog. Place them on the outside of the left hand into a nice lunge. Again, we'll spend a couple breaths here, feeling our way into our hips in this lunge. I always like to wiggle the first time I do stuff a little bit. And then go ahead and inhale, those left toes up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, roll open, flip your dog. Exhale, roll back, three-legged dog. Replace that foot on the outside. Come into your low lunge. Inhale up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, roll through center, flip your dog, puff your heart forward and up. Maybe you try to gaze up the ceiling or out towards those left fingertips. Exhale, slowly rotate through center, replace the left hand, send your left leg up, three-legged dog before slowly placing that right foot or left foot on the outside of the left hand. Coming into a lunge, inhale, three-legged dog, exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, rotate through center, open up, puff your heart out and forward, open it up, exhale, roll back fully through center, come into that three-legged dog, left leg in the air and replace the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Come into that nice low lunge. Let's wiggle here a little bit before exhale, sending it back into your downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a couple breaths here, wiggle it out, and we're going to step, hop, walk, or jump the feet to the hands, and we're going to start our second sun salutation circuit. So I'm going to jump forward this time. Go ahead and maybe rotate the biceps forward. Look to where you're going. Inhale, bend the, get into a good crouch position, bend the knees. Jump the feet into the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, roll all the way up. Take your hands above the head. Inhale, puff your heart forward. Exhale, bring your hands in to heart center. We're going to do another sun salutation where we weave another circuit in. Hang on, let me take a peek at it really quick. All right, so we're going to get into the hips a little bit more and just and play with lunges some more. So inhale, stand up, sweep up, gaze up, micro bend in the upper back, cactus the arms if you want. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step it back through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. Send it back into downward facing dog. I'm going to start on the left this time, just so I can show you what it looks like front first. But you're going to inhale the left leg to the sky, and you're going to exhale. You might have to move your hands a little bit. Exhale, and you're going to bring your foot to the front, rotate towards the right side of your mat, and bend deeply into what we call Skandasana. This takes a lot of flexibility and hip mobility, so feel free to come up onto the toes or come higher into the lunge. As we go a little bit faster, it's going to make more sense, but go ahead and replace the hand, rotate that back, both feet to face the back of the mat again, and inhale your legs back into that three-legged dog with your left leg in the air. Okay, so we're going to do that 5 to 7 times, depending on your speed. So inhale, those left toes up. Exhale, bring it forward. Rotate rotate the left toes forward. Flex the right foot into Skandasana. Inhale, replace the hands. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring everything to face the side with the right toes pointing up. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, Skandasana. And again, I like to tell you how I'm inhaling and exhaling. It may be different from you. Everybody is different. You just want to make sure you're not flailing. Controlling your breath helps you control the movement. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale through to Skandasana. So you're not just kind of like flinging your limbs about wildly running out of breath. One more time. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, rotate through Skandasana. It's a little bit of balance, a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of strength, a little bit of hip mobility, all the good stuff. Inhale, the left toes up. Go ahead and replace that left foot. Sink the weight back into the heels, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal it out a little bit here. Make sure you got a good, solid downward facing dog. And I want you to inhale the right toes up. Exhale, bring them to the outside of that right hand. This time the right toes are gonna face that left wall, and your right toes are gonna flex up. So left toes are gonna flex up into that Skandasana. Sorry, I'm gonna explain that one more time. Inhale, right leg goes up. I am losing control of my right and left. I don't know what's going on to me today, sorry guys. Exhale, bring those right toes all the way around. They're gonna face the back left wall is right the first time. Left toes point up, 2. Inhale, send those right toes back. Exhale, ride the breath all the way down until you get a good Skandasana. Maybe take a breath or 2 here before inhale, replacing the hands, sending those right toes back up into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring them to face the left wall. Left toes are pointing up. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right toes in the air. 2 more. Exhale, Skandasana. Sink low. See if you really can get into that nice hamstring stretch. Inhale. Right toes up. Exhale. Sink. Really get a great stretch all the way down that hamstring and that left leg. Inhale. 3-legged dog. Exhale. Replace and walk out to a good downward facing dog. Now I'm going to go ahead and walk my feet into my hands so I can really, I can feel how warm my hamstrings are, and kind of like, you know, feel, I don't know, how much more flexible I just got. So I'm going to heel to open again. You can step, hop, jump, handstand your way. Your hands to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, roll up. Articulate the movement through the spine. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Put them towards heart center. We're going to do another sun salutation and do some core work this time. So go ahead, inhale. Stand up, sweep up, gaze up. Kind of exhale, cactus the arms if you want. Inhale, bring your hands, palms together above your head. Exhale, let's swan dive this time. All the way down, nose to knee or belly to thigh. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the crown of the head, come up onto the balls of the toes if you want to, balls of the feet if you want to. Exhale, I'm like the Yogi Berra of yoga. I'm going to say something at least once. Exhale all the way through Chaturanga. Inhale, roll open, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes back into a good downward facing dog. This time we're going to do something a little bit more traditional. You may or may not have seen it, but we're going to raise the right toes into the air on the inhale. We're going to exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow on an exhale. Inhale, send them away. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. But this time we're going to roll open and come into a star pose or a side plank. You know, the side plank on the left, okay? Inhale, exhale, rotate back through center, bring the right knee to the right elbow, exhale, send it back. Okay, an inhale here, exhale, right knee, right elbow, inhale, send it up and away, exhale, right knee, right elbow, inhale, roll open on the outer edge of that left foot. Come into a star pose or maybe a side plank, whatever you're feeling. Take a couple breaths here for exhale, rolling through center, bringing the right knee back to the right elbow. Inhale, opening up. We're going to do that 3 more times. So exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, roll open on the outer edge of that left foot into that star pose or side plank, whichever you feel. Take a couple breaths here. For exhale, rolling through center, bringing that right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. 2 more times, guys. I know you've got this. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, up and away. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, roll open. Spend as long as you need here. For exhale, rolling in, right knee, right elbow. Send it away. Last one. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, up and away. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, open up to that star. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. Exhale, go ahead and replace that foot. Go ahead and catch your breath here For a second or two, wiggle it out. I know I need to check my breath, to catch my breath a little bit. And this time, we're going to inhale those left toes to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, open up to that star position on the right. Exhale, replace, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, up and away. 4 more times. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, open up into that star. It's kind of fun to play with your balance here, so stay here for a couple breaths if you feel like you want to. For exhale, rolling back through center. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, roll up into star or plank, or even, just any variant of side plank that you want to do. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it up and away. 2 more. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, roll up in star. Exhale, roll back through center. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, roll up into star. Exhale, roll back through center. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, replace. Go ahead and catch your breath here. I'm going to stay in downward facing dog. Feel free to move to a child's pose if you need to. Or if you want to, we can stretch out the wrists. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's stretch out the wrists. So go ahead and stretch back into child's pose. I want you to put your hands on the mat so that your fingers are facing your knees, and just kind of roll back. Let your mat massage the wrists. So your palms are up, and just let your mat massage the wrists, or your hand massage the wrists. All right, just kind of roll back and forth, however long feels good. And now what I want you to do is I want you to come to your knees and place your palms on the mat, so that your wrists are facing away from you. But your fingers are still facing your knees, but your palms are on the mat this time. And go ahead and lean back till you feel like you're giving your wrists a good stretch. Let that wrist, where your wrist meets the bottom of the hand, let that come up off the mat. All right. Go ahead and sink back onto the heels again. And so for another wrist stretch, I want you to turn your hands upside, or your thumbs facing down. I want you to take your right hand, put it underneath the left, clasp, and I want you to bring your hands in towards you and kind of roll your forearms out like that. Okay? And let's just do that a couple times. That nice rolling motion. Don't worry, if you didn't get it, just pause it, rewind it, and we're gonna do it on the other side. So let me undo myself so I know what side I did first, since I'm having a really awkward day today. Now, your thumbs are still pointing down. Take your left hand underneath your right forearm, and I want you to clasp your hands, roll them out, forearms out like that, and like that. As much as your body's mobility will allow you. To make it easier, you can unclasp the fingers a little bit, or maybe clasp towards the tips of the fingers, whatever works for you. You don't want to hurt yourself, you're just trying to stretch out your wrists here. All right, enough of a break. Let's push back into our downward facing dog. Another way to protect your wrists is if you grip the mat with your index finger, index under your knuckles. So you're not putting a lot of pressure on your wrists, you're not dumping into the wrists, you're really actively using your hands to grip the mat. So go ahead, and I'm gonna walk forward again since we took that nice little break. I really just don't feel like jumping, to be perfectly honest with you. Don't worry, I'll do some yoga hits as these progress. We're gonna exhale, fold in, inhale, roll up, and this time we are going to play with the sun salutation B, and weave some circuits into there. So go ahead and inhale, sink the booty back and come into a good chair pose. Kind of pretend like you're scooping with your arms. Let's go ahead and hold chair pose for a little bit here. Make sure we're tucking that tailbone, really staying active. See if you can keep the weight back in the heels and maybe even lift those toes up onto the ground. Activate the core. Make sure you really activate the quads. Look forward. We're gonna spend a couple more breaths here in the squat. For inhale, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, riding that exhale all the way through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, go into downward facing dog. And this time I want you to rotate those right toes out and step forward with the left. Inhale, come up into that warrior one. So your hips are square as opposed to open. And spend a couple breaths here. Exhale. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up a little bit, kind of activate that left quad. Exhale, open up the hip. Let's take it into a warrior two. So hold it here for a second. And now I want you to inhale. Reach forward with those left fingertips. Your whole body should shift forward. And I want you to hold this here for a little bit. You should really feel your left hamstring start to fire up. And it should start to get a little difficult on your core. We're gonna get a little bit more difficult, so I want you to take your left palm, tilt it up, tilt your right palm up too. Bring your arms over like you're holding a big, one of those big like Bosu balls or those exercise balls. You know what I'm talking about, those ab balls, not the Bosu ball. Go ahead and straighten that front left foot and just hold it. You should really feel a lot of core activation through the side body. We're gonna inhale, bend that left knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend it. I'm just trying to give you guys other stuff to focus on. So you're not focusing on that side body, but just try to stay leaned over as much as you can. And it is very gentle. I won't say a pulsing motion, but it's definitely a bending. It's a gentle glide. There we go, gliding motion. Words are failing me today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's this cold I have. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, glide back. 2 more times. I know you can do it. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and rotate your body forward. Come into that lunge. Replace the hands. Exhale back. 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right away, go ahead and spin the left toes open spin the right toes open this time. Step forward with the left foot. Inhale, come up with to that warrior one. Guys, I'm so sorry. We gotta repeat that. So you're gonna spin your left toes open, step forward with the right foot. Guys, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'll probably redo these and make these all better for you, but for now, bear with me. Inhale, come up into that warrior one. And stay here for a little bit. Ready? Then inhale, get long. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, get long. Really try to suck that tummy in. Exhale, bend in that front right knee a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen up through the top. Reach your fingers. Exhale, glide forward a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Really suck that navel in. Exhale, open up the hip. Come into that nice warrior two. All right, so I want you to stay here for a breath or two. Feel really good. Feel the difference between closing and opening up the hip. Now I want you to inhale, lean as far forward as you can with that whole torso. All right, you should really feel the activation of the hamstring, and your core should start, your side body should start to harden or activate a little bit. So now what I want you to do, again, flip the palms facing up, pretend like you're holding that big beach ball, and go ahead and straighten, oh, I already straightened it, whoops. Straighten that front right leg this time. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it here for a little bit. Now we're gonna start our gliding movements. Sorry, I know I'm cheating. Gliding, I feel like it's hard to talk to you back there. So inhale, straighten that front right leg. Exhale, bend into it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend into it. Your arms should be burning a little bit. Your core should be, the core through your side body should be rock hard. And a lot of times the people think the core is just your abs. you know, your core wraps around. There's so many different parts to your core. It's fascinating. And sometimes we get stuck because we just focus on working like crunches, like one part of the core, and we kind of neglect the other and wonder why we're not getting a lot of results. So it's good to explore movements that we don't always explore. I really hope you're inhale gliding forward and exhale gliding back like I'm doing in the video. I'm just trying to talk to keep your mind off of it, right? Inhale, last one. Exhale. All right, exhale, replace the hands. Send the right toes back. Three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's the only iteration we're gonna do with that. Go ahead and walk the feet forward, or walk the feet to the hands. Fold in. Inhale, sit the booty back into the chair. Fold in again. Roll up, kind of feel the movement, you know, go up your spine. Inhale, micro bending the upper back. Exhale, hands to your heart center. I'm gonna start facing forward just because I have to, it helps me feel better. We're gonna do one more sun salutation B where we work the core a little bit, and then we will be done. So go ahead and inhale, come into that chair, hold the chair here for a little bit, make sure you've established a good chair. So your arms, it's almost like you're holding another beach ball. Your weight is in the heels, your tailbone is tucked, your quads are engaged, your booty muscles engaged, everything's engaged. You should actually even feel your side body engaged. And once you're ready, I want you to exhale your booty all the way to the mat. Inhale, come into a boat position. If your boat position looks like that, like this, that's totally great. But inhale into your boat position, exhale, half boat. Inhale, boat, exhale, half boat. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, this time exhale and inhale, roll back up into that chair, all right? We're gonna do that 5 more times before we finish it off with our sun salutation B, and we are done, son. So find that good solid chair position. Inhale, once you feel good, exhale that booty all the way to the mat. Inhale, boat, exhale, half boat. You can also just hold boat if you want to. I like to inhale and exhale because I feel like it's getting the rectus abdominis, the inner and outer ab muscles better. The rectus abdominis is a little bit deeper. And I feel like when you lay down and do, what am I saying? Nonsense. Inhale, exhale, inhale. It's not nonsense, but I'm starting to slur my words because I'm working, so I'm gonna stop. You get the idea. Work the core. All right. Inhale into that chair. Find a good chair like you're scooping something, weight in the heels, toes up. Exhale the booty to the ground. Inhale, come into that good boat pose. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, and then inhale. Come back into that chair pose. I love working that kind of mobility too. Sometimes I'm having a lot of fun. Let's do chair in the boat, chair in the boat. It's a lot of fun. You should try it. All right, and then splattering. Let's step up that good chair foundation. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, boot to the ground. This is our second to the last one. Inhale, boat. Exhale, half boat. Inhale, boat. Exhale, half boat. Inhale, boat. Exhale, half. Inhale, boat. Exhale, half. Inhale, boat. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, rise up. Find that nice solid chair position. I'll just show you just because I really want to. The chair under the boat. So you just chair and you do kind of into the boat and then you come back into the chair. And you just do that a lot of times and it's really fun. Anyway, hopefully I gave you a little bit of a break. Last one. Inhale, good firm chair foundation. Exhale, all the way booty to the mat. Inhale, boat. Exhale, half boat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. I'm shaking. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come up into the chair. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, walk the feet back. Ride the exhale all the way through chaturanga. Roll the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Go ahead and sink to your knees. Sink back into a child's pose, or sometimes I like to do a puppy pose to end in a bit of a heart opener. Feels so good to me. Or feel free to go ahead and stay in child's pose. We are going to go ahead and roll forward onto our hands and knees. That was a lot of shoulder work there. I want you to take the right arm, raise it up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through underneath the front body. Reach forward with those left fingertips. And just kind of feel a nice stretch in the shoulders a bit. Inhale, replace the left hand. Open back up to the right. Replace the right hand. Take your left hand to the sky. Thread it underneath you. Reach forward with the right fingertips this time. And maybe see if you can push into the sole shoulder. Get a really nice stretch. Inhale, replace both hands. We're going to go ahead and do a few cat-cow iterations. So, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. I'm shocked. I think I got that right. I almost always mess that up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Another fun thing I like to do is so if I inhale cow here, I'll start with the neck and articulate the movement all the way down to the tailbone. And then when I go to cat, I'll start with the tailbone, tuck it under first and feel the movement as it moves through my spine. I love doing that. So inhale, tuck the tailbone, neck and head and relaxing the lift. Exhale, starting with the head. Feeling your spine move all the way till the last thing that tucks with the tailbone. All right, go ahead and take as long as you need to rest. Do as many cat-cows as you want, as many shoulder stretches as you want. I hope you really enjoyed that. Just kind of a new fun way to look at the sun salutation A and B, and I hope to see you here.